We spend so much energy worrying about, oh, this person isn't supporting me. This person won't support me. I really thought this person would support me, but they're not. Well, so what? What I need you to do is put that energy into yourself instead of all that energy that you're putting in worrying about who is supporting you and who isn't. I need you to start applying that energy to yourself.
Hold up. Hey, yo, Tama Beats, let's get him something new to ride to. Welcome to the Pursuit of Passion podcast with K. Noel. So take a seat and listen. Listen to the practical words, encouraging words that are here to help you get over the hump in your life, cause you are in pursuit of your passion. Yeah, I see you, and I present to you the Pursuit of Passion with K. Noel.
Pursuit of passion, pursuit of passion. You gotta have it, you gotta have it. Yeah, pursuit of passion, pursuit of passion. Yeah, you gotta have it, you gotta have it.
Yo, what's going on, fam? This is your boy, K. Noel. Yes, I am back. Yo, I know I took a little hiatus and it was kind of suddenly. So I do apologize to y'all, but hey, I had to take me a mental break. I had to start listening. I had to follow what I've been telling you all. So I had to take that mental break for a minute. But yeah, now I am back. And as you see, I'm representing my team. For my visual viewers, I know you can see this, the Spurs, it's almost basketball season. So gotta represent a little bit. So don't pay me no mind. But yeah, let me give you a little story, So as of right now, your boy's back in school right now. So I was also preparing for myself, getting back into school, doing my thing. So yeah, I'm doing that. Got a lot of other stuff going on behind the scenes that I'm working on. All for you all, my relentless leaders, those leaders out there. I got you. I got some stuff coming. So be on the lookout. I'm excited for y'all to see. I may drop another book this year. I got 2 books I'm sitting on. So you all tell me what you think. You want me to drop that next book or not? So what I want to talk to you all about is, what if you're the problem? And I'm going to tell a little bit of my business when it comes to this. Like I said, I started back school. And believe it or not, the first class that I have to take is science. If you know me personally, at one point I despised science. I despised it so much that this was going to be one of the last few classes that I was going to plan on taking. So yeah, I waited this long because I felt like I wasn't good at science. You give me some numbers or some business situations, I got you. But when it comes to the science and all that, I'll pass. So I was really holding myself back though. And I'm gonna explain to you, because I allowed my fears to hold me back from passing on or going through even the hard situations, the tough times, and so many other things that I could have accomplished had I gone through the hard times. And it made me think about, well, who really was the problem? And I'm gonna go all the way back to high school. Back in high school, I took chemistry, honors chemistry. Man, again, I never liked science. I did so bad in this class. That class turned into my planning period. I would go to sleep in that class. And ever since then, I have always despised science. I tried taking it previously in college and I didn't do good. And of course, I wanted to blame it on the professor. And realistically, the professor, he admitted that he wasn't a college professor and he was really a scientist. And he did end up leaving after that semester because it just didn't work for him. But whether he was a good professor or not, that's not an excuse, because if I applied myself, if I applied the work, if I studied, then I would have done everything that I needed to do. But because in my mind, I was so afraid of science and I had already put it out there that I wasn't good at science and I was going to fail at science. Yeah, I've already failed. See, the thing is, if you're going to say that this is what you believe you are or what it is or what it's going to be, then that's exactly what it's going to be, because you're speaking it. And so that's what brought me here, because I kid you not, we're about 3 weeks in, man. And on every quiz, I have made A's and B's. I'm doing my thing because why? Because I'm studying and I am applying myself. See, I'll be real with you. I was so used to just coasting with stuff and knowing that I could just easily pass something. But because this was a challenge for me, I didn't apply myself like I could. See, a lot of you're so used to things going the easy route that when it comes to things that you really need to put in the work in, you're not putting in real work like you should be. Or even with the things that you consider easy. If you really apply yourself and get out of your way and put in the work, you will go even further than where you are right now. Because see, you got to be careful with things being easy, because if you don't apply yourself and just try to coast through it, you'll never get the fullness of everything that you need to learn. So that is the first thing that you have to realize, is knowing that where the problem lies at. And the problem lies, it wasn't the professor. It wasn't that he wasn't good or anything. I was the problem. And a lot of us, we're in a lot of situations and we're wondering why it seems like our business isn't going to the next level, why it seems like we can't write that book, or why it seems like we can't finish something. And we want to blame it on this happening right now, or that work is really wearing me out right now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't take a mental break or anything like that. So don't go back saying that this is what K. Noel is saying. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is we make so many excuses instead of putting in the work that we need to put in. Because in order to keep going further, in order to reach your goals, you have to put in the work. So that's the thing. You have to admit the problem. You have to see where the problem lies at. And when you narrow down to knowing that you're the problem, when you narrow it down, what is it about me that is the problem? So you may have to write this down. You may have to write down on a sheet of paper, where are the problems? Why can't I get ahead? What's really stopping me? Sometimes you have to sit in silence and really think about it. Sometimes you have to sit in meditation and really think about what is the real problem? Why can't I get ahead? And once you start realizing that, then you have to transition to a place of change. How do I make that change? And see, let me say this. I'm not doing all these podcasts just because. I told you, while I've been off, I wasn't just sitting around. I've been doing a lot of reflecting on myself, on my business, on you all, and where I'm going, where we're going. And I really want you all to really apply some of these principles that I'm telling you. Even when I have guests on, all of this stuff is strategic because it is to help you. My journey, your inspiration, I did those particular episodes on purpose because there are some of you who are going on a journey that is similar to theirs, and I want you to be able to be inspired by it. So I want you to really pay attention to those interviews, to those episodes, because there's some things in those episodes that you can apply to yourself. And I have more visual episodes that I need to edit and do the work to, that I'll get out to you all for visual purposes. It's already on the audio. You can go back on audio on Spotify, Apple. You can listen to those. But if you like visual, I got you. Just give me some time. I got you. But back to what I'm saying. You have to really want to apply change. So many people be like, yeah, I want to change. This is going to change. And we speak it, and there's nothing wrong with speaking it. But when will you put in action to those things that you're speaking? When will you apply the pressure of action to the things that you're speaking? When will you start moving forward instead of sitting there saying, I know it's about to rain, but I'm just waiting on the umbrella to come. I'm waiting on a ride to come. When will you decide, okay, well, let me make some kind of movement? Because see, the thing is, if you're moving, then more things will come attached to you. If you're moving, or sometimes you have to use wisdom and know when to draw back. If it looks like it's about to rain and your ride says they're 5 minutes away, I need you to be first. You need to be patient. Because see, the problem is sometimes the process isn't as quick as we think it is. Sometimes it's gonna take time. And sometimes with that process, we have to wait it out. I am 1 year, all I have is 1 year and I can graduate. It took me longer, it took me years to finish this degree. It was some other issues, but nevertheless, had I been putting in some work, doing some research the journey that you're on so that you can apply the change. So, because there are some movements that you can make while you're waiting on that moment, while you're waiting on that vehicle of movement to come, while you're waiting on help. There is some things that you could be doing while you're sitting there waiting. And that's the problem. We sit there and we wait and we wait and we wait and do nothing. We're going to go to a commercial break real quick, and we're going to be right back.
Goals. How many goals have you set up for yourself where you gave up because it was too hard? How many times did you feel you weren't good enough because the journey seems tedious? I too felt this way, but then things changed. I realized I had to change how I think. I had to change who I was. I had to be relentless. I am K. Noel. I want to tell you about my book, Be Relentless. It teaches how to understand your roar, your design path, hitting your mark, and much more. Purchase your copy of Be Relentless today at www.relentlessmotivationalgroup.com. It's not just another book, it's a movement. So are you ready to be relentless? Hey, what's up, fam? To all my business owners out there, do you need to get your business out to more eyes and ears? Do you have a book that you want to get into the hands of other people? Well, here's your opportunity. The Pursuit of Passion podcast is looking to partner with you. We are offering advertising opportunities, so hit us up today. All serious inquiries can email us at podcast@relentlessmotivationalgroup.com. And remember, all things motivate.
All right, we're back. So let's go into this real quick. How to make change. The first thing I need you to do, the very first thing, before we do anything else is according to change, is stop making excuses. You heard what I said earlier. I could have used a professor. I could have used a lot of different things that stopped me. But I need to start focusing in on me. We spend so much energy worrying about, oh, this person isn't supporting me. This person won't support me. I really thought this person would support me, but they're not. Well, so what? What I need you to do is put that energy into yourself. Instead of all that energy that you're putting in, worrying about who is supporting you and who isn't, I need you to start applying that energy to yourself. Start putting that energy into yourself and realizing that I can be the change. I can be the biggest supporter that I ever needed. I can be the biggest cheerleader that I ever needed. Sometimes God wants to test you to see, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and wait for the support to come? Or are you going to keep grinding? Are you going to keep moving? Are you going to keep believing? What are you going to do while you're sitting there? Or are you going to sit there and say, woe is me? Or make all of these different excuses of why this isn't happening? If I had more support, I would be so much further right now. I get it. But what I need you to do is keep building. If I had the support, I would be right here right now. I get it. But what I need you to do is keep moving. Stop making the excuses. We have to stop making these excuses. And after we stop making these excuses, now it's time to create a plan. First thing I want you to do, if you were following everything I have said, you have already written down what's stopping you. So you already know where you are right now. And if you hadn't done that, I need you to pause it right here, and I need you to write that down. Then after that, I want you to write down where you want to be. Who is that person that you want to become? Who is that person that you know that you are? Write it down. Now, write down the steps that it would take to get to becoming that person. What would it take to get to that place? Make some realistic notes on what it would take to get there. I don't need you to make unrealistic stuff like, if I had $1 million right now, I could go so much further. Yeah, a lot of us could. If a lot of us had $1 million, some of us probably wouldn't even need what we're trying to do now. So what I need you to do is make realistic goals on where you're trying to go. What adjustments do you need to make? Do you need to be more bolder? Do you need to move away some people? A lot of you have some people, you have some things that you need to move out of the way because it's really toxic. You're allowing so many things to come in your way, and it's really toxic, and this is a part of the reason why you're making these excuses. You're spending so much time doing X, Y, and Z instead of applying A, B, and C to what you need to be applying it to. What is the things that you really need to be doing right now, opposed to the other things that you're doing? So again, be realistic about what you need to do, the changes, the adjustments that you need to be making. The next thing I need you to do is hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable to where you're trying to go. Hold yourself accountable because, there will be times when you first start, you're going to be fully motivated. You're going to be on fire. But then there's going to be a time where you're going to be questioning yourself. You're not going to feel like doing it, but you have to keep pushing. You have to discipline yourself. You have to hold yourself accountable. You may not have nobody else to be there to hold you accountable. So now you got to learn how to hold your own self accountable and keep moving. What are the things that you need to hold yourself accountable for? Think about the things that if you had somebody else by your side, that you would need them to be for you. I need you to learn to be that person. Remember, I said, you're not going to always have that support. You're not going to always have that encouragement. You're not going to always have that cheerleader. But what you have to learn to be is be those persons for yourself. Because when you learn to be those things for yourself that you need, then you will learn to be that same person for other people. What you didn't have, you will be that for the next person. We're going to go to a commercial break real quick, and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, fam? Yo, check this out. If you need music for your next album, your podcast, or maybe even your next video, your YouTube or whatever, I need you to check out my bro, Toma Beats. Hit him up today so he can set you up with dope music like what you hear in the background now. He also is the producer of the music you hear in the background for seasons 1 and 2 of Pursuit of Passion podcast. So check him out today on Instagram, Toma_Beats. That's TOMA_Beats. Or you can look him up on Facebook, Toma Beats. All right, let him know K Noel sent you. All right.
All right, we're back. So we were just talking about accountability. We were talking about making realistic steps to getting to your place of change. Now, what I want you to do is always remember your goals. Those things that you said you want to become, those places that you said you want to get to. I need you to always put it somewhere, whether it's in your phone, whether it's on your wall for you to see when you get up, somewhere where you can remember. Why do I need to put this here? Because there will come a point in a time in your life that you will really need these things. Because life is going to challenge you. that comes with the territory. And see, what happens with a lot of people, we get challenged and we want to quit. We get challenged and we feel like it's not meant to be. But when you remember those goals, when you remember those things that you have set, those steps that you have written down, when you remember those things, when you put them in a place of remembrance, you can draw back to those things, and you can make it past those challenges, because that's your encouragement right there. Those words are your cheerleader. Those words are speaking volume to you. Then the next thing I need you to do, spend your time according to your goals. You saw the steps. You've written all of these things down. So the way you spend your time right now, does it line up with your goals? If your time, the way you're spending your time doesn't line up with your goals, it's time for us to do some reassessment right now. It's time for us to go back and look at some other things, because that's why some things aren't working, because you're spending your time in the wrong way. So it's time for us to learn how to appropriately spend our time so that we can attain these goals, so that we can go through with our vision. So remember, your time is precious. That is one thing that we don't get back. All the time that you're spending doing nothing, all the time that you're spending on the phone, all the time that you're spending gossiping, those are times that you could be spending towards your goals. And one other thing that I want you to remember, you will make a mistake sometimes. You will fall sometimes. But just because you fall, that does not means you need to beat yourself up about it. Get back up and continue on the journey. And last but not least, above all, everything else, put in that work. It's time to put aside the excuses. It's time to realize the changes that we need to make in ourselves. It's time for us to see that we're truly the problem. And we're going to make those adjustments, and we're going to put in the work, and we're going to achieve those goals. We will fulfill the vision. We will walk in our purpose. So that's what I wanted to share with y'all for this episode. I know I've been gone for 3 weeks, but we got a few more episodes in this season. I've already made plan to extend it just a little bit. I got about 2 or 3 more extra episodes that I'm going to add to this. And then there's going to be some major changes for season 3. I'm going to do a big change. So y'all be ready for that, all right? Also, don't forget to join my texting community for daily motivation. You see the number right here below. So join the texting community, text Relentless to that number, and we'll make it do what it do, all right? So you already know the drill. I'm your boy, Noel, and I'm back, baby, better than ever. And you already know the drill again. No matter what time of the day that you're listening or watching this, I hope you have a great day, a great evening, a great morning, and leave no days left behind. Make the best of each day, and we are out.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Pursuit of Passion podcast with Noel. Make sure to visit our website at www.relentlessmotivationalgroup.com to purchase books by Noel and Relentless Wear. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. Both handler names are RelentlessMG1. And also check us out on Facebook at Relentless Motivational Group. Also, join the Relentless Texting Community today by texting Relentless to 404-962-0730. Be sure to subscribe now to the Pursuit of Passion podcast with Noel to catch a new episode every Thursday. And don't forget to leave a 5-star rating. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and a ton of other podcast platforms. If you would like to look us up on Anchor, that would be anchor.fm/The Pursuit of Passion. If you would like to send a donation, you can do so on our website or on our Anchor page. last but not least, always remember that all things motivate.